UTV Doctoral Ceremony, Tiffany Ethan, December 2017, test
should come up to the podium.
I'm like keen to, because it's that way. I can take all those things out. I don't know. I mean, I come in on AMP 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the processional.
Good afternoon. Please be seated. Welcome to the University of Texas at Dallas. I am Marian Underwood, and as Graduate Dean, it is my honor to welcome all of you, the doctoral candidates, faculty mentors, families, and friends, to this special doctoral hooding ceremony. Doctoral candidates, you have achieved a major milestone. Today you move from being our students to our colleagues. This is a tremendous accomplishment, and I congratulate you on it. You achieved this milestone not only because of your intellectual talent, but because in the face of all of life's obstacles, you stayed determined and completed an important piece of original research. You showed faith in yourselves and in the importance of your ideas. You exercised self-discipline, made personal sacrifices, and your degree is a true recognition of this perseverance. It has been a privilege to be a part of your academic journey to date, and I wish you the very best in your future endeavors. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce to you the President of the University of Texas at Dallas, Dr. Richard Benson.
Thank you, Dean Underwood. I am pleased to add my own warm welcome to the accomplished graduates and their faculty mentors. Welcome, too, to the family and friends who have gathered to celebrate this singular achievement in the life of a scholar. As I look back on my own career, the greatest reward came from my experiences with my doctoral advisees. The essence of this joy is that my advisees did not remain advisees for long. Better would be to paraphrase what Dean Underwood has just said. They were emerging colleagues. It is true that at the beginning of my partnership with an emerging colleague, I was the senior and more knowledgeable partner. Questions asked of me could be readily answered. As my graduate students advanced in their research, their questions became harder to answer, and although I might know of the places where to look, the answers were harder to come by, but we still knew where to find them. Towards the end of one's doctoral studies comes the most glorious part of the partnership, where all of the questions are hard ones, and where the student and the teacher truly operate as equals. There is no distinction then between the advisor and advisee. Each teaches the other. I have such fond memories of the time spent with my doctoral students, and I will be forever grateful for all that I learned from them. And by extension, I am grateful for the graduates in this room. Thank you for choosing UT Dallas for your graduate studies. Thank you for helping our faculty become better scholars. And thank you in advance for representing the best of UT Dallas throughout your careers. Whoosh. It is now my pleasure to call upon our Provost, Dr. Ingo Musselman, to the podium to add her words of welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, President Benson. Welcome to the University of Texas at Dallas Fall Doctoral Hooding Ceremony. Good afternoon, graduates. This is a great day, isn't it? The entire UT Dallas community celebrates your accomplishment and applauds your effort, commitment, talent, and perseverance. You have reached an extraordinary milestone, earning the title Doctor, won by a small percentage of the population. Let me add personally that, as your provost, I am delighted to welcome you to this auspicious event. All of you have demonstrated exceptional mastery of an academic field. Through scholarship, research, and creative endeavors, you have made original contributions to human knowledge in areas as diverse as arts and humanities, natural sciences and mathematics, economic, political, and policy sciences, management, arts, technology, and emerging communications, behavioral and brain sciences, and engineering and computer science. On behalf of the faculty that have guided you through courses, seminars, and research, I want to affirm that it was a joy to mentor your development as a scholar. We appreciate the sacrifices you have made and thank the friends, family, and mentors who have supported you along the way. Today, you officially complete that journey from student to that of distinguished doctor. One of the characteristics of doctoral research is its uncertainty. Throughout your studies, you have learned how to plan and execute experiments, as well as how to critically analyze data and primary sources. As you move forward in your careers and in life, I challenge you to maintain a healthy curiosity about all subjects, not just the ones in which you have achieved mastery. Keep learning, break out, retain curiosity for those subjects you know little about. Congratulations. I would now like to introduce the members of the stage party, beginning with the deans. Dr. John Gooch, Associate Dean, standing in for Dr. Dennis Kratz, Dean of Arts and Humanities. Todd Fechter, Associate Dean, standing in for Dr. Ann Balsamo, Dean of Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication. Dr. James Bartlett, Interim Dean of Behavioral and Brain Sciences. Dr. Dennis Dean, Dean of Economic, Political, and Policy Sciences. Dr. Poros Balsara, Interim Dean of Engineering and Computer Science. Dr. George Fair, Dean of Interdisciplinary Studies. Dr. Hassan Perkul, Dean of Management. Dr. Bruce Novak, Dean of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. Next, I would like to introduce members of the Graduate Council. Michelle Hanlon, Associate Dean, standing in for Dr. John Gooch. Dr. Kim Knight, Associate Dean of Graduate Programs, School of Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication. Dr. Robert Stillman, Associate Dean of Graduate Studies, School of Behavioral and Brain Sciences. Dr. Alex Picaro, Associate Dean of Graduate Programs, School of Economic, Political, and Policy Sciences. Dr. Dinesh Bhatia, Associate Head for the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, standing in for Dr. Porus Balsara. Dr. George Fair, Dean of Interdisciplinary Studies. Dr. Ozalp Ozer, Professor in Operations Management, standing in for Dr. Varghese Jacob. Dr. Juan Gonzalez, Associate Dean of Graduate Studies, School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. I would also like to introduce Dr. Richard Scotch, Vice Speaker of the Faculty Senate. And Dr. Teresa Towner, Professor of Arts and Humanities and our orator for this afternoon.
Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you our speaker for today, Dr. Hobson Wildenthal. As some of you may remember, we had long planned for David Hansen of Hansen Robotics to be our speaker for today's hooding ceremony. On just this past Sunday morning, Dr. Hansen informed me that he would be unable to travel from Hong Kong to Dallas for unforeseen and unavoidable reasons. And I have to admit, panic set in. I immediately thought that the ideal speaker for today would be Dr. Wildenthal, because I know no one who can be so eloquent on such short notice. But I did not have the nerve to ask, because I know his agenda is full. On Monday morning, Dr. Wildenthal contacted me about another matter, and I shared my plight, my need to find another speaker. Dr. Wildenthal graciously volunteered to serve, and I was thrilled. Dr. Hobson Wildenthal joined UT Dallas in 1992 as our Vice President for Academic Affairs. Soon after, his title changed to Provost, with the addition of the Executive Vice President title after that, and he served in those roles until 2015, when UT System Chancellor William McCraven appointed him as interim president. When Dr. Benson was installed as president in 2016, Dr. Wildenthal returned to the role of executive vice president. Dr. Wildenthal is the model of a broad intellectual, with an illustrious research career before he moved in. He earned his bachelor's degree in English and mathematics from Sul Ross State College, where his father, Brian Wildenthal, served as president. He earned his doctoral degree in physics from the University of Kansas and devoted his pre-administrative academic career to experimental and theoretical investigations of the structure of atomic nuclei. Dr. Wildenthal remains very much a physicist, but he has many other strong interests, especially in music. Dr. Wildenthal has shaped every feature of our university since 1992. He helped to lead us on our steep upward trajectory in building an outstanding undergraduate program to match our early strength in graduate education, in helping to lead our rise to the R1 highest research activity classification by the Carnegie Foundation, and developing the strong relationships with philanthropists in the Dallas community to raise the funds to transform our campus into a beautiful residential learning environment. One of Dr. Wildenthal's great gifts is his ability to keep his eye firmly on his vision for UT Dallas, on his high-minded aspirations for all of us, while attending to every detail of campus life. What I want our doctoral graduates to understand is that Dr. Wildenthal has carefully tended and worried over every aspect of your academic experience. Whether or not you are supported in the summer, whether you were receiving the wonderful mentoring you so richly deserved, whether you were able to find a place to live or a place to park, and whether you were safe crossing the street to get to your lab. Dr. Wildenthal worries about why the wisteria over the plinth barely blooms. But even more importantly, he constantly thinks about everything he and the faculty can do to make your UT Dallas education challenging and inspiring. In recognition of his dedication to UT Dallas, and in accord with a generous gift from Margaret McDermott in support of undergraduate research, earlier this year, the university's Honors College was renamed the Hobson Wildenthal Honors College. I respect and admire Dr. Wildenthal's unwavering vision for UT Dallas and the intellectual courage he has shown in transforming our young, scrappy, and hungry university into a Tier 1 institution. Please help me welcome Dr. Hobson Wildenthal, our Executive Vice President and the Cecil H. Green Distinguished Chair of Academic Leadership. Dr. Wildenthal.
Thank you, Dean Underwood. I guess I have to plead guilty to at least some of that. I'm grateful to Dean Underwood for this opportunity to speak to a captive audience of more than 100 highly intelligent, highly educated people. I appreciate the honor, and I hope that I do not embarrass her or myself unduly. To reassure all of you, I recognize that the fundamental unimportance of graduation addresses and limiting myself to only a 10-minute monopoly of your time. Whether it's a 10-minute monopoly of your attention, only you will determine. But I imagine that some of my senior colleagues will pay attention, at least to see if I say something silly. A short graduation speech is perhaps best when it tells you something interesting that you did not know about a specific small topic of limited importance. But I did not have time to prepare such a funny, interesting talk. So, on the contrary, I'm going to be serious. And I'm going to take the opposite approach and ask you to think about, for the moment, or perhaps forever, important and complex issues about which there are no ultimate answers, but lots of questions and opinions. In particular, I want us to think today about whether our shared extended education, as most as you can get, has resulted in any meaningful commonality in our belief structures. What does your doctor's degree signify? That you have nothing more to learn? Certainly, you must know better than that. That you no longer will have official teachers who supposedly know more than you do? That you are now as well equipped as possible to embark on a remaining lifetime of continuing effective self-education? Hopefully, this is your answer. What is the essence of this education, this learning process, the culmination of which we are celebrating today? Of course, you all have been learning since birth, even as some evidence suggests, while still in the womb, as you adapt to the sounds of your natal language. We cannot escape life learning and street learning. But I propose to you that good, organized education provides you with more learning capacity than you could have generated in its absence on your own. I propose that it should have left you with a sense of accomplishment and pride and power regarding how much you have learned and understood. I propose simultaneously that it should have left you with a sense of humble awe at how vast the ever-expanding field of knowledge is relative to the finite amount that any of us can grasp on our own. So I think that education is important, that your education is important, and that you've accomplished something important as you've earned your doctor's degree. But I've been talking about the consequences of education. Can we say what it actually is? From one perspective, education is certainly the transmission of the knowledge accumulated by past generations to the emerging generation. In some basic, obvious sense, this transmission is the source of everything that can be thought of as progress. The fact that each generation does not have to reinvent, if it can, the wheel, but rather progress from wheel to cart to train to plane to cell phone to FaceTime. Some civilizations, of course, never did invent the wheel. From a somewhat different perspective, education is a process that allows each of us as individuals and each generation to share the accumulation of the world's wisdom in common, so that each of us individually does not have to invent the wheel. But I think that we all like to think that great education is more than simply the transmission and sharing of accumulated knowledge. We like to think that in addition, it stimulates the creation of new knowledge, of new ideas, and of new ways of thinking. Can we be taught to think? Some people claim that they can teach thinking or perhaps critical thinking. I have my doubts. My intuition is that humans learn to think by being around other humans who are thinking. Just as you catch an infection from going to a party in the flu season. Do you have to be highly educated to learn to think? Obviously not, but I do propose that one thinks better when one is immersed in an environment of thinking germs. So I propose that education results in more knowledge, more understanding, and better thinking. But I also propose that knowledge and thinking are distinct from believing and feeling, and that our actions as we move through life are results of what we know and understand, but also of what we believe and feel. So my question is, does education, and particularly the extended education to which we have all subjected ourselves to and benefited from, have any deep influence on what we feel and believe? Do our various doctorates in philosophy, a title we all hold in common, provide us with any meaningful commonality of beliefs and feelings? I propose that the essential results of education, the knowledge and patterns of thinking therefrom derived, should be, hopefully are, independent of the parentage of the person who has been educated and of the society from which that person has emerged. But it also is unquestionable that our beliefs and our associated feelings about those beliefs are strongly dependent upon those of our parents and of the societies from which we have emerged, and that these beliefs typically persist into and through our quote-unquote adult lives. Therefore, is there any hope for commonality among all of this variety? My hope, my belief, my perhaps wishful thinking is that even accepting our variously unique births and societal conditionings, our lengthy educations and the basic foundations that all educations have in common have united us in some core fundamental beliefs and attitudes. I propose that this universal set of acquired beliefs and habits of thinking and acting can be expressed in certain words as a common respect for the principles of evidence and logic as the foundations for good actions and the good life. I propose that our beliefs in these principles constitute the distinguishing characteristics of the highly educated human being. The degree to which we act in life in accord with these principles demonstrates the ultimate universal value of education. So I propose to you from time to time, as doctors of philosophy, reflect upon your education, what it meant, what it should have meant, and how it influences not only your pursuit of your career, but also your attitude toward life and society. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Wildenthal. Dr. Towner, Our orator for today's ceremonies will ask the graduate council representative from each school to come forward and introduce their doctoral candidates and Hooding professors after a few words about the history of Regalia. Dr. Towner.
Before we begin the hooding ceremony itself, I'd like to tell you something about the regalia you're going to wear for the rest of your academic career. Doctoral robes have 3 velvet stripes on each sleeve and often feature the colors of the universities in which they were earned. The hood you will receive today has its origins in medieval Europe when it was adopted for use by monks, clergy, and university students, all of whom used it not only as a covering for the head and shoulders, but also to hold alms and money. By the 15th century, it had come to be seen as a symbol of graduation and taken on distinctive colors and materials. The modern doctoral hood is about 4 feet long with 5-inch velvet edging, which at this university is dark blue to signify the Doctor of Philosophy degree, or gold and yellow for the Doctor of Science. The hood you will shortly be wearing is lined with the university colors of orange, green, and white. These were chosen by the university's first president and his assistant in 1971. The conferral of this hood will distinguish you among other scholars as a University of Texas at Dallas graduate. I now invite Dr. Gooch, Associate Dean of Arts and Humanities, to come forward and assist the Provost, and Michelle Hanlon, Associate Dean, to call each candidate.
Will William Swart, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Humanities, Studies in Literature, please come forward. Dr. Swart will be hooded by Dr. Hatfield.
I now invite Dr. Fechter, Associate Dean of Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication, to come forward and assist the Provost, and Dr. Knight, Associate Dean, to call each candidate.
Will Jumani Donahue, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication, please come forward. Dr. Donahue will be hooded by Dr. Zilke. Will Del Gwines, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication, please come forward. Dr. Gwines will be hooded by Dr. Drogas. Will Jerry Robinson, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communication, please come forward. Dr. Robinson will be hooded by Dr. Kitagawa.
I now invite Dr. Bartlett, Interim Dean of Behavioral and Brain Sciences, to come forward and assist the Provost, and Dr. Stillman, Associate Dean, to call each candidate.
Will Christine Evans, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Communication Sciences and Disorders, please come forward. Dr. Evans will be hooded by Dr. Werner-Sis. Will Miriam Kavakci, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Communication Sciences and Disorders, please come forward. Dr. Kavakci will be hooded by Dr. Dallahan.
I now invite Dr. Dean, Dean of the School of Economic, Political, and Policy Sciences, to come forward and assist the Provost. Will Ivan Gregory Birch, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Criminology, please come forward. Dr. Birch will be hooded by Dr. Alex Picaro. I now invite Dr. Picaro, Associate Dean, to call the remaining candidates.
Will Man-Young Lee, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Geospatial Information Sciences, please come forward. Dr. Lee will be hooded by Drs. Griffiths and Chun. Will Vaishnavi Thakur, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Geospatial Information Sciences, please come forward. Dr. Thakur will be hooded by Dr. Dean. Will Louis Burns, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Arts and Technology, please come forward. Dr. Burns will be hooded by Dr. Berry. Will Alicia Kim, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Political Economy, please come forward. Dr. Kim will be hooded by Dr. Berry. Will Privyanka Vyas, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Political Economy, please come forward. Dr. Vyas will be hooded by Dr. Berry. Will Ying Wan Zhang, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Political Economy, please come forward. Dr. Zhang will be hooded by Dr. Scotch.
I now invite Dr. Balsara, Interim Dean of the Eric Johnson School of Engineering and Computer Science, to come forward and assist the Provost. Will Samir Aurora, certified candidate, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Aurora will be hooded by Drs. Balsara and Bhatia. I now invite Dr. Bhatia, Associate Head for the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, to call the remaining candidates.
Will Vikram Shankar Kamakoti, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Kamakoti will be hooded by Dr. Prasad. Will Eileen Shimizu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Shimizu will be hooded by Dr. Romero Ortega and Seifert. Will Ahsanul Haq, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, please come forward. Dr. Haq will be hooded by Dr. Khan. Will Khaled Al-Nami, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, please come forward. Dr. Al-Nami will be hooded by Dr. Khan. Will M. Solaimani, certified candidate for degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, please come forward. Dr. Solaimani will be hooded by Dr. Khan. Will Zuo Chen, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, please come forward. Dr. Chen will be hooded by Drs. Gupta and Tamil. Will Kenneth Platts, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, please come forward. Dr. Platts will be hooded by Dr. Page. Will Yuan Tian, certified in Computer Science, please come forward. Dr. Tian will be hooded by Dr. Prabhakaran. Will K. Zhu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, please come forward. Dr. Zhu will be hooded by Dr. Schweitzer. Will Eva Marie Kosuroaba, Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Kosuroaba will be hooded by Dr. Fahimi. Will Bohang Zhu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Zhu will be hooded by Dr. Fahimi. Will Vikas Paduvalli, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Paduvalli will be hooded by Dr. Balsara. Will Ahmed Hindi, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Hindi will be hooded by Dr. Nosratinia. Will Saeed Mahadad Mirsamadi, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Mirsamadi will be hooded by Dr. Hansen. Will Qian Zhang, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Zhang will be hooded by Dr. Hansen. Will Sujit Patole, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Patole will be hooded by Dr. Torlak. Will Najame Noura Badi, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Noura Badi will be hooded by Dr. Boso. Will Nishita Sharma, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Sharma will be hooded by Dr. Marshall. Will Jesus Avila Avendano, certified candidate for degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Avila Avendano will be hooded by Dr. Young. Will Juan Pablo Ovido Robles, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Ovido Robles will be hooded by Dr. Kim. Will Bo Zhang, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Zhang will be hooded by Dr. Kaned. Will Ruo Yu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Yu will be hooded by Dr. Hinkle. Will Hui Zhu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Zhu will be hooded by Dr. Hinkle. Will Venkata Sri Krishna Pillutala, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Pilutla will be hooded by Dr. Choi. Will Lokesh Kumar Saharan, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Saharan will be hooded by Dr. Tadisi. Will Lian Jun Wu, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Wu will be hooded by Dr. Tedesi. Will Miguel Solano Cordaba, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Mechanical Engineering, please come forward. Dr. Cordoba will be hooded by Dr. Leonardi. Will Isnardo Arenas Navarro, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics, please come forward. Dr. Arenas Navarro will be hooded by Dr. Leonardi.
I now invite Dr. Prakul, Dean of the Naveen Jindal School of Management, to come forward and assist the Provost. Will Barbaj Kadiala, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science, please come forward. Dr. Kadiala will be hooded by Dr. Ozer. I now invite Dr. Ozer, Professor, to call the remaining candidates.
Ryan Frelling, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Sciences, please come forward. Dr. Frelling will be hooded by Dr. Retchford and his wife, Dr. Tracy Frelling. Will Yiyi Lee, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management Science, please come forward. Dr. Lee will be hooded by Dr. Shi.
I now invite Dr. Novak, Dean of the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, to come forward and assist the Provost. Will Sneha Lal, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Molecular and Cell Biology, please come forward. Dr. Lal will be hooded by Dr. Gonzalez. I now invite Dr. Gonzalez, Associate Dean, to call the remaining candidates.
Will Dushanti Disharanaki, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, please come forward. Dr. Disharanaki will be hooded by Dr. Buer. Will Amir Tagavi Nasrabadi, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, please come forward. Dr. Tagavi Nasrabadi will be hooded by Dr. Gell. Will Q Ya Yang, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, please come forward. Dr. Yang will be hooded by Dr. Boyd. Will Fari Lee, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Molecular and Cell Biology, please come forward. Dr. Lee will be hooded by Dr. Palmer. Valerie Price, the certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Molecular and Cell Biology, please come forward. Dr. Price will be hooded by Dr. Palmer. Will Lyndon Basadas, certified candidate for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, please come forward. Dr. Basadas will be hooded by Dr. Swinker.
It's been a long road, and you're going to be congratulated yet again before you leave the building. But I want you to know you didn't do it by yourself, right? So now, please, graduates, everyone, join with me in applauding your spouses, your friends, far, near, long distance. Stand up, give them a hand. On behalf of the faculty at the University of Texas at Dallas, doctors, it is now my great honor and pleasure to welcome you into the community of scholars.
As we conclude this joyous occasion, I repeat my heartfelt congratulations to our newest doctoral recipients on this highly significant accomplishment. One of the greatest rewards as graduate dean is awarding new doctorates with their colorful hoods. You earned the privilege to wear the hood and academic regalia at all future academic occasions, and in so doing will represent UT Dallas with distinction. As graduates of UT Dallas, I encourage you to stay connected with your mentors, academic units, departments, programs, and schools. Continue sharing your talents and accomplishments and working with us to mentor the next generation of students. It has been our great pleasure to work with you, and you have become part of us and part of the UT Dallas community. By staying in touch with us and allowing us to continue to be part of your lives, we can continue to rejoice with you on your future successes. I cannot end this ceremony without expressing great appreciation to all those who assisted with bringing this ceremony together. I thank the stage party, staff members from my office, and most especially Special Events Coordinator Leela Foratan and our two wonderful graduate readers, Amanda Avalasset and Josephine Green, who together read every single one of your dissertations. Now, let us recess to the Visitor Center atrium out the doors and to the right for a reception hosted by the university. I ask that the audience remain seated as first the stage party and then the newly minted doctorates and their supervisors process out. The audience can then join them to continue the celebration. Again, my wholehearted congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you.